Hello guys and welcome to our new math session. Today we are just going to have our homework corrected, so about formula and the equations. So let's start. First I will start with the formula. It's going to be workbook page 50. These are the questions. So question 1, he's saying a theater ticket costs $8 each. Write down a formula for the total cost C of buying theater tickets. So it's very easy and very simple. If I bought one ticket, it's gonna be 8 times 1, which equals to $8. So if I bought two tickets, it's gonna be 8 times 2, which is 16. So if I bought T tickets, so it's gonna be 8 times T, which is gonna be equals to 80. So the cost equals 80. For question 2 here, he's saying that a bus can carry N passengers. Write down a formula for the total number of passengers, P, which can be carried by B buses. So I know that every bus can carry N passengers, and I have B buses. So the number of passengers is going to be equals to N times B, which is NB. So total number of passengers is going to be equals to NB, which is going to be the number of passengers times the number of buses. Question 3 here is saying that a tank contains X liters of oil. Y liters of oil are removed from the tank. So I took away Y liters. Write down a formula for the number of liters of oil, N, remaining in the tank. So then the N is going to be equals to X liters that the tank contains minus Y liters that I took away from the tank. So N is going to be equals to X minus Y. Question 4 here, I have ice lollies equals $2 each and ice creams equal $3 each. He needs me to write down a formula for the total cost C of buying X ice lollies and Y ice creams. So it's very easy and very simple. I will buy X ice lollies, so I will multiply it by $2 each, like 2x. So the cost of buying ice lollies is gonna be 2x plus Y times 3, which is 3y ice creams. So here the total cost is going to be 2x, which is 2 times x, number like the number of ice lollies, and it means plus $3 times the number of ice cream that I will buy. So it's going to be 3y. So C equals 2x plus 3y. Question 5, he's saying that theater tickets, adult ticket is $5 each and child ticket is $3 each. He needs me to write down a formula for the total cost C of X adult tickets and Y child tickets. So it's very easy. Here it's the same idea as question 4. So I have how many adult here? It's X. So I multiply 5 times X, which is 5X. And how many how many children here? Children tickets will be bought. It's gonna be here three times y, like y child tickets. So I will multiply by 3, so it's gonna be 3y. So C, which is total cost, equals $5 times X adults plus $3 times y child tickets. Here in workbook page 51, these are the questions. Let's start for question number 1 here. He needs me to write down a formula to convert m meters into c centimeters. So I know that every meter has 100 centimeters. So if I want to convert the centimeters into meters, it's very easy, Barto, and simple. So here it's if I said c equals 1 meter. If I want to change the 1 meter 1 meter into centimeters, so I will multiply it by 100. So 1 times 100 equals 100 centimeters. What about if I have 2 meters? I will multiply by 100, so it's going to be 200 centimeters. What if I have 3 meters? It's the same thing. I will multiply it by 100, is going to be 300 centimeters. So here I have m meters and I want to change it into centimeters. So C, it's going to be equals to 100 m. If I have 1 meter, I will replace this m and put 1. If I have 2 meters, I will replace this m and put 2. Okay, he needs me here in question B to use the formula in part A here to convert 5.8 meters into centimeters. So I will remove m and put 5.8. So C equals 100 times 5.8, which equals to 580 centimeters. Okay, so here let's go for a question 2. I have here 1 pound equals $1.58. He needs me to write down a formula to convert P pounds into D dollars. Very easy and simple. Here I know that if I have $1, I will multiply it by 1.58, so it's gonna be equals to, I'm sorry, if I have 1 pound, I will multiply it by 1.58, it's gonna be equals to $1.58. If I have $2, I will multiply it again by 1.58, it's gonna be equals to $3.16. So what if I have P pounds? So it's gonna be 1.58 times P. Okay, this is the formula, the general formula to change the pounds into dollars. Here, in question B, he needs me to use this formula to convert 300 pounds into dollars. So it's very easy to remove the P and put 300. So it's going to be 1.58 times 300, which is going to be $474. Okay, for question 3 here, he's saying the cost of hiring a tent is made up of 2 parts. Fixed fee, which is $20, and then $5 per day. So he needs me to write down a formula for the total cost, T dollars, of hiring a tent for N days. So at the beginning, I need to say that the T dollars, the total cost, it's gonna be having 2 parts, the fixed fee and the dollars that I will pay for per day. So first of all, T dollars is the total cost that I will pay, it's $20 here. This is the fixed fee plus $5 per day, 5N. If I stayed for 1 day, so I will remove this N and put 1, so it's gonna be 5 times 1, which equals to 5, plus the fixed fee, which is 20. So the total cost that I will pay is $25 if I stayed only for 1 day. And of course goes the same thing with the number of days, like if I chose like to stay there for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Okay, here in question B, he needs me to use this formula to check the total cost of hiring a tent for 12 days. So it's very easy and simple. I will remove this N and put 12, so it's gonna be equals to 20, this is the fixed cost that I will pay, plus 5 times 12 days that I will stay. So 5 times 12, according to the order of operation, I will just make the multiplication first. So 5 times 12, which equal to 60, plus 20, it's gonna be equals to $80. Okay, so let's go for the rest of the homework. It's gonna be equations in workbook page 52. Here is the first question. He needs me to write these balance drawings as equations. In question A, he's saying x and 4, and here it's 10 in the other pan. So here I will write down x plus 4 equals 10 because it's balanced. So I need here in question B, he needs me to solve each equation to calculate the mass of each box marked with a letter using balancing operations. So I need to solve this equation. So I wrote down here x plus 4 equals 10. I wrote down the balance here. So let's solve the equation. Here, to solve any equation, you have 2 key words: inverse operation and balance. So here I will make here the inverse operation, and balance. So it's gonna be here 10 minus 4 because it's inverse operation of plus 4. I will make it minus 4. So x equals 10 minus 4, which equals to 6. So here x in question A is 6. In question B, I have to write down the equation first. So I have 7 plus y equals 12. So this is the equation. Using inverse operation and balance, it's going to be equals 12 minus 7 equals y. Y equals 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7 equals 5, so y equals 5. In question C, he's saying 20, and in the other pan, it's k plus 6. So here I will say 20 equals k plus 6. Using the inverse operation and balance, so I will just make it minus 6 in the other side. So it's going to be 20 minus 6, which equals to k. So k equals 14. Okay, so let's go for question 2 here. Solve these equations. So for letter A here, it's x plus 3 equals 7, using the inverse operation and balance. So x is going to be equals to 7 minus 3, which equals to 4. In question B, I will use the inverse operation and balance again. Here it's going to be x equals 9 minus 4, which equals to 5. And for question D here, I will make the inverse operation and balance. So 9 minus 2 equals x. which equals to 7. So x equal to 7. And in question E here, I have x minus 4 equals 6, inverse operation and balance. The inverse operation of minus is going to be plus. So it's going to be equals to 6 plus 4, which equals to 10. And question G, it's x plus 5 equals 7, so I will make the inverse operation. So it's going to be 7 minus 5, which is going to be equals to 2. And question H, x minus 4 equals to negative 6. So I will make it negative 6 plus 4, which is going to be equals to negative 2. In question J, here it's 5x, which it means 5 times x equals 30. So the inverse operation of times, it's divided, of course. So I will make it x equals 30 divided by 5, which equals to 6. So x equals 6. In question K, 7x equals 63. It's the same idea as question J. I will make the inverse operation, which is divide. So it's going to be x equals 63 divided by 7, which equals to 9. And m here, it's 40 equals 8x, the same idea exactly. So I will divide by 8, so it's going to be equals 40 divided by 8 equals x, which equals to 5. So x here equals to 5. And for n, it's 0 equals 2x. I will divide by 2, so 0 divided by 2 equals x. So of course, 0 divided anything, except 0, of course, it's equal to 0. So x equals 0. And for question P here, 2x equals 9. So I will make the inverse operation. So it's going to be 9 over 2 divided 2. 9 divided 2, I can leave it as it is. I can change it into mixed numbers. So it's going to be equals to 4.5, 4 and 1 over 2. Or I can say it's 4.5. It's okay for me. Like I can write it down whatever the way that I like. And question Q, the same idea. I will divide by 3 here because it's the inverse operation. So it's going to be 1 over 3. So x equals 1 over 3. And if you want to check your answers, if it's correct or not, you can just substitute. Here in question A, for example, I will remove x and put 4. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. Yes, I'm correct. So I can just check by substituting. For question 3, let's do it together here. 2x plus 3 equals 9, so it's very easy. I will start to get rid of the numbers that are further from x. So here the number that is further from x is 3. Using the inverse operation, it's going to be minus 3, because here it's plus 3. So I have 2x equals 9 minus 3, which equals to 6. So 2x equal to 6. So the inverse operation again, so 6 divided by 2, it's equal to 3. So x equal to 3. And again, if you want to make sure of your answer, you can just remove x and put 3. Okay, in question B, I have 3x plus 5 equals 26. Again, I'm getting rid of the numbers that are furthest from x. So here it's plus 5. This is the further from x. I will make it minus 5. So it's going to be 3x equals to 26 minus 5, which equals to 21, and then divided by 3, so it's going to be equals to 7. In question D, I have 5x plus 1 equals 31, so use the inverse operation. It's going to be 5x equal to 31 minus 1, which equal to 30, and then divided by 5, which is going to be equal to 6. So x at the end is going to be equal to 6. In question E, I have 6x plus 5 equals to 47. Again, I'm making the inverse operation and balance. So 6x equals to 47 minus 5, which equals to 42. And then divided by 6 to make x alone in a side. So it's going to be equals to 42 divided by 6, which equals to 7. And let me tell you something before we go to question G. We know that to be able to solve any equation, or to say that you solved the equation, you have to make x alone in a side. Like here, x equal to 7, x equal to 6. So right now I can say that I solved this equation. Okay, so that's why here, guys, that's why I'm getting rid of the numbers that are next to the x, using the inverse operation and balance to make x alone. So question G, 3x minus 2 equals 10. So I will get rid of this minus 2. I will make it plus 2 in the other side. So 3x equals 10 plus 2, which equals to 12. And then using the inverse operation of multiplication here, it's divide. So I will just make it 12 divided by 3, which equals to 4. For question H, it's 2x minus 7 equals 13. So the inverse operation is plus 7 first. So 13 plus 7 equals 20. And then divided by 2. So it's going to be x equals 10. Question J, it's going to be 7x equals 54 plus 2. which equals to 56. So I will make the inverse operation again here. So x equals 56 divided by 7, which equals to 8. For question M, it's very easy. And for question K, I'm sorry, the same idea. I will just get rid of this minus 5 by adding 5, like the inverse operation of minus 5 is plus 5, in the other side. So 9x equals 49 plus 5, which equals to 54, and then divided by 9, which is going to be equal to 6. In question M here, it's the inverse operation and balance. This is the key. 2x plus 1 equals 6. So I will make it 2x equals 6 minus 1. The inverse operation of plus 1, it's minus 1 on the other side. So 2x equals 5. And then I will divide by 2. So x equals 5 over 2. You can write down again 2.5. You can write it down 2.5. You can write down the way that you like. Question N is the same idea as question M. I will get rid of this minus 5 first by adding 5 in both sides. So 3x equals 2 plus 5 equals 7. And then divided by 3, so it's going to be equals to 7 over 3. In question 4 here, he needs me to solve the equations and match each answer with the number card. So it's supposed that I have here 6 cards. Every answer here of the equations, I will find it in a card here. So I need to match it. So here, the first equation, I will just get rid of the 12 because it's the furthest from x using the inverse operation and balance. Here it's plus 12, it's positive 12. I'm taking the number with its previous sign. So the previous sign here is not there, but it's by default positive. So it's positive 12 plus 3x equals 24. So I will make the inverse operation, which is going to be minus 12. So 3x equals 24 minus 12, which equals to 12. And then divided by 3, so it's going to be equals to 4. So x equals 4, and I can match it with this card. In question B, I have to get rid of the 27 because it's the furthest from x. I have to get rid of this 27. Here's positive 27. I'm taking the number with its previous sign. So by using the inverse operation of positive 27, it's going to be in the other side with negative 27. So 20 minus 27 equals negative 2x. So here 20 minus 27 is equals to negative 7, equals to negative 2x. Then I will divide by negative 2, so I have negative 7 divided by negative 2. If you remember, negative divided by negative equals, exactly, it's equals to positive. So it's going to be equal to 7 over 2, which equals to 3.5, which is this card. I can match it after I finish the equation here. I can match it with this card. Question C here, I will get rid of this 15 using the inverse operation and balance. So 19 minus 15 equals to negative 2x. So 19 minus 15 equals to 4, equals to negative 2x here. I will divide by negative 2, so I have 4 divided by negative 2. Of course, you remember, if you divided positive by negative, it's going to be equals to negative, exactly. And 4 divided by 2, which equals 2, so x equals negative 2. And this is the card of negative 2. Question D here, I have 4x plus 3x minus x equals 30. 4x plus 3 minus x equals 30. We faced this problem before. We have to collect the like terms before I start to answer the equation. Before I start to solve the equation, I have to collect the like terms first. So I have here 4x minus x equals 3x, and I have 3. So 3x plus 3, which equals to 30. I will just make the inverse operation and balance. So 3x is going to be equals to 30 minus 3, which equals to 27. So I have 3x equals to 27. So I make the inverse operation of, like, I will divide 27 by 3. So x equals to 27 divided by 3, which equals to 9. Then here, this is the 9, the card carrying the number 9. I will match it. So question E, the same idea. I'm collecting the like terms first. So I have 50 equals 6x plus 2x, which equals to 8x plus 2. So 50 equals 8x plus 2. And solve the equation simply. I will make the inverse operation and balance. So I will just take this positive 2 in the other side by inverse operation and balance. So it's going to be 50 minus 2, which equals to 8x. And 50 minus 2 here, it's equals to 48. Using the inverse operation here, it means that I will divide by 8. So 48 over 8, which equals to 6. So x equals 6. And I will match it with this card. In question F and the last one here, 23 plus 2x plus 6 minus 5x. I'm collecting equals 8. I'm collecting the like terms first. So 2x minus 5x equals to negative 3x. And 6 plus 23 equals 29. And then solve the equation. I will make the inverse operation and balance. So 8 minus 29 equals to negative 3x. So here it's going to be equals negative 3x equals negative 21. And then I will use the inverse operation. So I will divide because it's negative 3x, negative 3 times x. So the inverse operation is divide. So negative 21 divided by negative 3 equal to 7. And match it with the card carrying number 7. In the last homework, it's going to be workbook page 53. I need to solve these equations using, again, the inverse operations and balance. So in question A, here I see that x over 4 equals 10. So I will just make the inverse operation of divide. So I will multiply. So x equals 10 times 4, which is 40. So x equals 40. It's very simple. In question B, the same idea. The inverse operation of divide is times, so I will multiply 8 times 7, which equals to 56. So x equals 56. In question D, using the inverse operation and balance again, I will multiply, so 25 times 3, which equals to 75, so x equals 75. E, the same idea, I will multiply by 9, so 9 times 6, which equals to 54. And question G has an idea. It's here I have x over 8 equals 1 over 2. It's the same thing. Here x over 3 equals 25, x over 3 equals a number, and here x over 8 equals a number. So I will make the inverse operation and balance. So the inverse operation of divide, I will multiply. So I will have x equals half times 8. And then this is multiplying fractions. I know that. I will multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So 1 times 8 equals 8, and 2 times 1, because this is going to be 8 over 1, so 2 times 1 is going to be equals to 2. So I have x equals 8 over 2, which equals to 4. The same idea here goes for question H. I have here x over 4 equals 1.5. So first, before we start to solve, I need to change this number into an improper fraction. I need to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. So I will make it 1 times 2, which equals to 2, plus 1 equals 3 over the same denominator, which is 2. So x over 4 equals 3 over 2. And use the same thing that I did here in question G. I'll multiply by 4. So numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So I have 4 times 3 equals 12, 2 times 1 equals 2, so x equals to 6. Okay, let's go for question 2. Here I have question A, x over 2 plus 5 equals 9, so I will make the inverse operation. So x over 2 equals 9 minus 5, which equals to 4. So I will multiply by 2 here, the inverse operation. So x equals 4 times 2, which equals to 8. And for question B, I have x over 3 plus 2 equals 7. So I will make the inverse operation here. It's a plus 2, so I make it minus 2. So x over 3 equals 7 minus 2 equals to 5. So x over 3 equals 5. Inverse operation, I will multiply by 3. So x equals 5 times 3, which equals to 15. Okay, question D, it's gonna be here equals x over 3 minus 5 equals 1. So I will make the inverse operation, which is gonna be plus 5 in the other side. So x over 3 equals 1 plus 5 equals 6. So here x over 3 equals 6. I will multiply by 3. So it's gonna be equals 6 times 3 equals 18. So x equals 18. In question E, I have x over 9 minus 5 equals 2. Make the inverse operation. So I will make it minus 5 here. It's in the side with x minus 5. I will make it in the other side by plus 5. So x over 9 equals 2 plus 5, which is 7. Then I will multiply by 9. So x equals to 63. In question G, it's the same thing. It's x over 8 minus 3 equals 1. So I make the inverse operation. So it's going to be plus 3 and the other side. So x over 8 equals to 1 plus 3, which equals to 4. Then multiply by 8. So x equals 4 times 8, which is 32. Question H, it's x over 4 equals 9 minus 6 because the inverse operation. So 9 minus 6 equals 3, and then multiply by the denominator here, making the inverse operation, like here it's x divided by 4. So so it's going to be 3 times 4 in the other side. So x equals 12. Here in question 3 and the last question, x plus 5 over 4 equals 9. I'm saying again, to solve any equation, you have to get rid of the numbers that are furthest from x. Here, the number is furthest from x. Is it 5 or 4? Of course 4, because 4, it's in another level, not with x. 5, it's the same level with x. So here 4 is another level from x, so this is the furthest. So I'm getting rid of this number first. So here I will multiply first by 4 to get rid of this 4, the inverse operation. So x plus 5 equals to 9 times 4 equals to 36, and then make the inverse operation here of plus 5. I will make it minus 5, so it's going to be equals to 31. So x equal to 31. In question B, x minus 2 equals x minus 2 over 7 equals 6. So make the inverse operation. So it's multiplying by 7. So x minus 2 equals 6 times 7, which is 42. And then the inverse operation of minus 2, it's plus 2. So x equals to 44. Question D, 2x plus 4 over 9 equals 6. Using the inverse operation and balance, 6 times 9 equals to 54 equals to 2x plus 4. Then the inverse operation of plus 4 because it's the furthest from x. So I'll make it minus 4. So 2x equals 54 minus 4, which is 50. And then get rid of this 2 by division. So x equals 50 over 2, which is 25. Question A here. It's 3x minus 2 over 8 equals 5. Make the inverse operation by the number that is furthest from x here. It's 8, so I will make it the inverse operation is times. So 3x minus 2 equals 5 times 8, which is 40. And then here minus 2, I will make it plus 2 in the other side. So 3x equals to 40 plus 2, which is 42. And then divided by 3 here. So it's going to be equals to 42 divided by 3, which is 14. So x here equals 14. And again, I'm just making sure of something here. If you want to make sure of your answer, you can just substitute. Like here, I will put, for example, here in question D, I will remove x and put 25. So 2 times 25 equals 50. 50 plus 4 equals 54. 54 divided by 9 equals 6. So I'm right. So x equals 25. Yes, I'm correct. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.